Hey, Tones,
Yo!
we found ourselves some turkeys.
It's got Christmas written all over it, doesn't it? Look at you all. They're sort of cute, but hideously ugly at the same time.
We're going to be having a chat to Daryl.
We are, about his turkey farm here and how it's all done, and being a local producer in the area. Obviously, he produces turkeys.
Let's go and have a chat to him, eh?
I reckon so. Let's have a look. And then look at this dog though, like I don't know if you guys have seen the Never Ending Story, but he's as big as Falcor. Look at that. The bloody bear. Hey? Oh, good puppies. Alrighty, so we've just went and checked out the turkeys. So we're going to go in and meet Daryl now and find out a little bit more about a turkey farm, which is well known around Australia with some very unique and rare turkeys they actually grow on this farm. So we'll ask a few questions about that. But as we know, we've beefed it up. It's basically up to Daryl to talk about whatever he likes about his life's work, I suppose. Let's have a look. G'day guys, I'm Tone, and on behalf of the Australian Horizon Foundation, Beef It Up Australia and Let's Get Rural, I'm lucky enough to be here with Daryl today from Deutsch's free-range turkey farm. So a little bit different. So you've been here for quite a while now.
I'm in my 40th year here, Tony.
Yeah, right. So it's a little bit older than me that you've been here actually. So congratulations on that. Great to be here and find out a little bit about what's going on. We're coming up to the Christmas time, so you must be starting to get a little bit busy, I would have thought.
We're always busy, but as I say, goes from busy to stupid at this time.
Right. Yeah. No, very good. So you've been here for 40 years.
Yes.
For those of the people playing at home, you're a fairly natural free-range turkey farm and well known around the country. So you're able to tell us a little bit about that. And
I guess years ago, I could probably go back 30 or 40 years ago, it was becoming common there for people to be basting turkeys, making them look bigger and broader and to make them easier to cook and things like that. And then a big shift came in, and going back to more natural stuff. Right. Didn't want all this artificial turkey, basically.
Yeah.
So we just jumped on the back of that, basically. And our rare turkeys as well that we do, that I'm passionate about. So they sort of come into the mix too, sort of thing. So slow food, rare breeds, and all those sort of things too. So,
yeah.
So now it's just sort of natural.
Yeah.
Now people don't want anything that's injected and based. And of course, half the thing about turkeys, a lot of people are terrified. Too many people overcook turkey that are too high a temperature.
Right.
So
giving some tips to the people playing at home.
Keep it low and slow. I mean, look, there's plenty of things about, wrapping. You get a good chef or put butter under the skin and wrap bacon and do heaps of things. But the basic person who is not a good cook or a bit scared of it, keep it low and slow.
Very good. There you go.
And you have to have juice and moisture coming out of the food, not dry. Sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, no one likes a dry bit of meat, do they? So that's a very handy tip, because I have tried to cook the odd turkey in my time and it's turned out deplorable. So
we're getting compliments. People, it's terrific, and we just do what we do basically. The other big change over the years too is gone from sort of whole turkeys to turkey portions now. So lots and lots of breast where people suck and make rolls and smoke it and everything else like that too. So that's been a massive change. And let's not forget too, while we're talking turkey, that's not just the breast of the turkey, it's the dark meat of the turkey, which every turkey has. We're picking them and cutting them up. So the thigh meat is probably as tasty or tastier than the breast meat.
I must agree with you there.
3 out of 10 people, particularly on turkey, prefer thigh meat for the breast. So,
yeah. Okay, so on your farm here, how many turkeys do you turn over?
Yeah, that turn over about 6,000 a year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we hatch it out half those ourselves. It's the first hatch of the season tonight. We've got to check in for that before when we'll arrive. We buy in from the commercial factory that we buy the rest of it.
Okay.
We don't hatch ourselves.
So a half a chance of seeing some hatchlings happen today?
Well, we can go and have a look. Later on. We don't want to go up and incubate up. We can have a quick switch through the grass and see what's happening. Yeah.
Well, very interesting stuff, because I don't think a lot of people around Australia would have any idea about turkey farming and that type of thing. It's usually around that Christmas time, all of a sudden it turns up in the freezer and there it is, ready for Christmas.
Well, we don't farm any kind of turkey farm. We sell turkey all year round.
Yeah.
So we can live without turkeys, basically.
Mhm.
We're a lot happier, I guess. But anyway, we don't survive the market. So, any kind of turkey farm.
Yeah. So when we say free-range turkeys here that you've got, so they eat the grass and what other sorts of feed do you?
Still fed on balanced ration farming. The grass is supplementary to them, and eating off higher grades, so we have a place to.
Oh yeah.
For that too. But the turkeys are a natural grazer. They're stripping. They will plumb and strip, and they'll end up bearing their hen or paid down in their long.
Oh yeah.
And they have all balanced rations as well. So so
Oh, that's very good.
natural without any we try and keep it natural. No, we're not organic. We get asked that question lots and lots of times. I think there's only about 2 meals in Australia a month that they're not for. Yeah, we just try to do everything natural.
Yeah, fantastic. And you've actually got your own abbeys.
Yes,
on site.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
Abattoir.
For
those of you that don't know the lingo.
When I moved here in 1982, there's a little abattoir, only a cement sheet, one room shed. Very, very, very basic. The previous owner has sold that I closed down the year before. And so the council got on me, but said that put on the plate. So we borrowed money in 1986, I think it was there, at 16.75%, trying to change that to all the modern people now, going up to 19.75%, which straight banking cheapest rates going at that day. Yeah, so put up a saddlefly here and put up a shield. So, and we are independent abattoirs, extremely rare. The turkey industry in Australia is controlled by the two big companies, Inghams and CFIR, who probably do over 90% of the turkeys in Australia. But look, we have, we sort of by nutmeg here for the niche market. So, and a couple of us are getting older in this game too. So, we don't know what's going to happen when we sort of fall off the perch. You can no longer do the amount of work we're doing. So, there's a great opportunity for people.
So we've actually seen that the property is on the market at the moment, but you sort of you gave us the inkling just before that it's for sale, but not really too keen on moving on at the same time.
I'm 71 now, Tony, and sort of I don't enjoy working 14 hours, 16-hour days anymore. 20 and 25 kilos is heavy. We used to lift it up with one hand. And just sort of working all the time there sort of loses appeal as you get older and your mind and body and strength diminishes, I guess. So and just possibly would be nice to be able to handle that with somebody else that had a passion and keenness for producing good food.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So look, reluctantly, if somebody comes on with money tomorrow, I sort of still tremble. What I'm going to do that sort of thing, but I've got to be realistic about it. And, that's on these interests. I mean, I'm still computer illiterate, and people sort of, we sort of gasp if we run a business like that. I tend to produce.
Well, it's been quite profitable and worked for the last 40 years, so give yourself a little bit of credit, I think.
I do occasionally.
Oh, beautiful. So we've got a few little things hitting about. This thing I've noticed over here, might want to trade in my hat at the moment. And so can you tell us a little bit about this doozy that we've got here? Oh.
There we go. The hairdresser that somebody made me, unfortunately. They didn't leave their card, I'll go to call back. But,
okay.
A bit
look good on me?
It's a bit moth-eaten there over the years there, but apparently the all the lacing and stuff like that going to beating takes a lot of doing. So You do see sometimes of a forehead sitting there and the one going right down the ground there, and you get that.
Oh, beautiful. No, that's a lovely piece of work, that one. Art, we call it, don't we? Yes.
Teddy did sell, we had a feather painting, we had doing feather painting as well like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we got a nice arrow here.
And we sell feathers as well.
Yeah.
To fly fishermen, we'll make like tackle and send them off to Africa and America. We have fletchers, some still make their own arrows, they're buying plastic Chinese ones, so that's one that's been given to me there.
It's still a decent work on here, that one too, I must admit.
Yes.
Yeah. Ah, beautiful.
Sort of all sorts of turkey paraphernalia. Max bought that Mississippi number plate with a turkey on it there, and turkey artifacts of all sorts.
So a lot of little ornaments and that type of stuff.
Check this. So, can you tell us a little bit about
this little award that I've just stumbled across here?
Yeah, look, we started off a group called the Australian Heritage Person Society back about 8 so years ago there. We found there was a lot of weird, unique people in Australia who love turkeys as well as across the world too. So we have a voice now for people who are passionate about producing birds that are basically non-commercial, a lot of them. The backyard is obvious. You get people who are interested in preserving rare genetics for bird turkeys.
Yes. Yeah. So you've spoken about having red turkeys here. What sort of brought that passion?
It was always there, I guess. When I was a kid on my dad's farm, you sat bronze turkeys and black turkeys and that sort of thing. And then over the years, we found numerous varieties: bird and reds, blues, slakes, blacks, narragansetts, sweetgrass, royal palm.
So there's more than just frozen turkey.
There's more than just turkeys.
Yeah.
And actually, there's one of acquaintance in America who just does heritage turkeys and gets a very, very good price for them, and they are basically renowned in America just having heritage turkeys.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, so unfortunately, probably the population is not big enough in Australia to sustain something like that. I mean, you've got 250, 300 million people versus 25 million people.
Yes,
you've got a bit more chance to sell diverse and unique products.
Yeah. Oh, very good. So what do you reckon? We'll have a little bit more of a look around what you've got here.
We've got some free-range turkeys out the back there, and we've got some, we might be able to open the incubator up very quickly and have a quick squeeze on board.
Yeah. So you've been around this community for quite a while, well over 40 years now. So just one question, what does community mean to you in this area?
Oh, look, yeah. Look, you're so glad to live in a rural community. It's just knowing that people are there to help you, and it's just like I trying to get the mail there, and except the mail the other day, you expect the postmaster to have everything, and people had the postmasters had the last 150 years. So we had about one call built in 1905 over here, which built around national events as well. That's just good. I mean, generally the safety of living in a rural area as well. Unfortunately, bad accidents like here last month. It's just like this, knowing that people are there for you.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I mean, we had floods here in 2011. We had bushfires in 2014, both catastrophic and terrifying events too. And the flood and being flooded down sustenance.
That's great. Oh, beautiful. So it's having people around you helping out when it's there, I suppose. There's no golden wrong answer to that.
No
question on that, so
you're quite right.
Beautiful. So what do you reckon? We'll go a little bit more of a look around, I reckon.
Good, Tony.
All right. So, interesting thing you just told us. They're making this weird noise for a reason. So why are they doing that?
Look, the turkeys have a lot of instinctive noises, and Actually, I was given a book about 20 years ago, but noises that turkey makes, probably a dozen or 15 distinctive noises which a turkey's father will know. So all in their heads, they can see something probably a mile up in the sky, riding a big hawk. So sometimes they'll run for cover when they see something like that as well. But, they have very distinctive noises. They're not gobbling yet. Normally, when you have a mob of gobblers, they all gobble in unison in reaction to a
Okay.
Yeah, but these are just a fraction mature at the moment.
Yep.
Mostly toms in there, gobblers. But when they get out of a pen, oh shit, they've got out.
Yep.
They've got a 4-3 trying to get them back. Once you've got a surge of turkeys, just not used to anything around them, just surge forward sort of thing.
They know. Yep.
They know.
So they've wandered over to us here. So
They're naturally curious birds.
okay. Yep.
Yeah, curiosity didn't just kill the cat, it killed the turkeys as well. When we start on the day-old pod cycle, we put tinsel in the feeders and waterers and marbles and such too, because they come up and when they want to pick at anything shiny, if you were to put your hand in there with the watch, they'd probably cover the watch.
Yep.
Well.
Yeah. A shiny watch.
Yeah, so plus if anybody walks up in different coloured clothes, they'll come up to the fence and they'll really complain. So I know if there's a stranger walking up the driveway a lot of the time just by the reaction of the
So they're a very cheap security system as well at the same time. Well, I wouldn't say extremely cheap, but
in a way,
it's a security system.
Except for night when the foxes come and chew a few up sometimes.
Yes,
but then again, you can see the dog lying down and probably a fox would do the same and they would all go up and gawk around it until the fox would get up and jump and attack.
Right.
So, yeah.
Beautiful.
So, as I said, turkeys mainly gobble. Mature turkeys gobble all day long. These are not quite up at the gobbling stage yet.
So how old would these turkeys be that we have in this pen?
They're about 14 weeks, come out 14 weeks old, I think. And they're all destined for the Christmas market, hopefully.
Oh, did you hear that, guys? Yeah, it's going to be sitting on people's tables soon.
But it's very good free range, or open range we call it actually.
Yep.
Open range setting there. Plenty of shade for the birds. Plenty of fresh air and sunshine.
And how many pens do you have? How many we've got in here? A couple of hundred or something, I suppose?
Correct, yes, about that. That's a good calculation.
Oh, yes. I sat there for 20 minutes earlier and counted them all, but no, I didn't. So, but how many pens do you have on your farm or your property here?
Look, probably during the middle of the year I might have 15 or so pens there.
Yep.
When I have all my own hatches from early in the season. It's a bit easier this time of year when I'm just got mostly commercial birds on running into Christmas.
Yep.
We do have breeders. We do artificially inseminate all our birds, all our breeders, every week or so there. So that's all my rare turkeys are down the back, breeding pens and some gobblers out there too. So
beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a little bit more of a look around, hey?
So yeah, this is my rare turkeys here, probably the largest collection of rare turkeys in the Southern Hemisphere.
Oh, right.
So,
very interesting.
Mostly all the recognised varieties, standard varieties, and quite a few that we've invented ourselves.
Right. There's some beautiful colours there, isn't it?
They look ragged at this time of year. They look as we clean it up to June, July. Then you start getting to breeding season, perhaps August onwards, and the birds fight a lot, and they strut and they rub all their breast feathers out, and
do a lot of that.
And they break all their feathers off and such too.
So is this a mixture of male and female birds? Or all males in here?
Yes.
So the female bird isn't as extravagant like these. Yeah.
Well, most species are a lot more extravagant and lovely. That was one healthy male is displaying, strutting all day long.
Sounds a lot like humans there, doesn't it?
It blames the turkey cock.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah. And I guess, excuse this there, but a male turkey will chase anything that moves, a bit like male humans do.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess.
Yes, I'm sure there's quite a few fellows out there that could relate to that. Maybe some ladies as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, that's the instinctive. Once the breeding season comes on, they can only make the hen, which is what's down. But similar to a rooster run up a triple rate every time it wants to.
Yep.
Whereas a male turkey can't mate with a hen unless she is.
Right. Okay. Okay, so Daryl, Dadswells Bridge. We're going to have to really talk up here to get over. It's only a very small population, 160 odd, I believe.
Yes, it's probably only about 20 or 30 around the town itself there, but
Yep.
I think the last official census said 172 for that
Okay.
and area, Tony.
And what's the main industries around here? Obviously, turkeys.
Yeah,
There's some interesting stuff across the road.
Yep, we have an engineering works next door.
Yep.
Turkey farm here. We have a caravan park up the road. The giant koala across the road, and the motel, post
Yep.
office there as well. Otherwise, we have mostly a farming community as well as a few retired people. I think back in the early days, apiarists as well. There.
Okay.
Apiarists, and that was very big in Dadswells Bridge in the early days.
Yep.
Plus, they used to can wattle, a strip wattle park and things like that.
Oh, beautiful.
And canning wattle and things like that. I hope I haven't left anybody out.
Just got to look at your neighbours around
Yeah, just basically your farming and
Yep.
cropping, cattle, sheep, hay, just general farming community.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. And earlier we touched on floods and fires and that types of things coming through here. Has that affected the community in any way over the years?
Look, it has, yeah. Except in 2011 we had the 1 in 200 year flood.
Yep.
Everything, the whole farm was covered in water here. It was a very traumatic time. And then in 2014 we had the bushfires coming through. We had a meeting because we had a week of 40-degree heat, and they said, you'll be burnt out by 3 o'clock this afternoon. By the time the meeting finished, said, oh no, that's going to be 2 o'clock you're going to be burnt out.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was all very, very challenging. After the flood, we had a team of people here wading through the water, trying to pull birds to higher ground and stop them from drowning and such. And a boat in to get stuff out of the back freezer.
A boat?
Yeah, a boat.
Okay.
Get product out of there, and the freezer started to float once we got all the product out of it. But yeah, so that was a good lot of support and help there. With the fires as well, sort of people, once again, you see stuff on the media, people telling you, all the warnings on the ABC, you must leave now, you must leave now. Whereas some people do, a lot of people don't, because once again, you can't do anything if you're in town and the police won't let you back in or anything like that.
And when you got your life's
you
work
don't want
out
to
of
be
it.
you're not doing any good up the road in town or anything like that. So you've got up here, and look, that happened too with the fire, especially the fire. The floods only affected the people living along the low area. The fire probably affected everybody. When I went to bed that night, and it didn't eventuate by 3 o'clock, but it did later on the night. It burned containment lines, and there's people fighting at 10 or 11 o'clock that night. I was returning phone calls and about midnight and things like that, not realising it was people, the hell was breaking loose out the road sort of thing there. So, look, when you say the mental health, we had a lot of the services coming there, trying to help you and all the rest of it. Sort of piss off, with all good faith there, but go and help somebody who needs help sort of thing. Sort of you clean up the mess and you try and do the best. And look, we didn't lose houses or a lot of property. Though up the road there's a couple of houses lost there. Just got get on with it, Tony, I guess.
That's it, yep.
But then again, I didn't have the scars of losing, we didn't have the scars of anybody being burnt or anything like that, or drowned, or Noel across the road and a giant koala. There's water, 2 foot of metre deep through there. And, really, I think an engineering place next door to through his house and through his sheds there. Luckily, my house was just out there. Everything in the farm virtually covered in water. We just had to try and keep birds alive that were in the standing water all day and not drown, sort of thing. So it probably does have to tell me, but I guess each individual is up to how things affect each individual too.
Yeah, exactly.
When it comes to mental health and how people react. As I said, when the warning came out, the police standing there and this is a directive to evacuate. Some people took that and backed up and evacuated. Others stayed to see what would happen.
Yep, came down to the personal choice of the individual.
Correct. And have support too. Yeah. I mean, if you just left here one person on your own, it's a lot easier when you've got a heap of people sort of, knowing you've got a bit of support.
And that's a community banding together and getting behind each other, I suppose.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fantastic. Well, thanks again for having us out here.
Tony.
And
it's been a pleasure.
It will. And
thank you,
at Christmas time, when I'm having a turkey by myself, a little slice of that may well have come from here, I'm tipping.
And you don't have to have a whole turkey too.
I'll let it taste good. Don't you worry about that. We'll see you later.